Hey there, fellas. Good morning. How are you doing on this great Tuesday morning? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully maybe you're enjoying some breakfast. Now it's time to settle on in, get it in your sports, and get it on your sports betting as well. We, of course, got to make sure we recap yesterday, and then we'll go ahead and talk about the bets that we got for you in today's Champions League action, although all the justification was given out on yesterday's show when I was joined by Matt, and we talked about these 4 Champions League games. We also talked about the 4 games in Europa League and Europa Conference League that involve Premier League teams. So if you're interested in any more in-depth analysis, you may want to go ahead and check out yesterday's show and just kind of fast forward to the part where Matt joins me, and you can get your analysis for these bets on today's show. Let's go ahead, though, and start with that recap. We mentioned that we were going to be sitting here yesterday and we were going to ring that cash register, and that's exactly what we're going to go ahead and do. How about a 2-unit cash hitting in the first half at plus 1.57 units? Love to see that right there. Sweat-free 2-unit cash. That's the way those plays should be, right? You shouldn't be sweating out multi-unit plays. Sometimes sports can be funny and it can happen like that, but we got the complete opposite yesterday and a sweat-free cash. I'll kind of let you know how my day unfolded in terms of watching these 2 events. Of course, the Inter Milan versus Genoa game started 15 minutes before the Arsenal match, so I watched the first 15 minutes of Inter versus Genoa, and kind of like the reason of probably why I don't watch a lot of Serie A. It's just not as fast as the Premier League. The Premier League is just a lot more up-tempo in their style of football. So after about 15 minutes, I was quickly going to jump right back over, jump on over to the Sheffield versus Arsenal match. Of course, it was 0-0 at that time when I changed the channel with Inter and Genoa. Flip it on over to Sheffield versus Arsenal, and I mean, they obviously scored a lot of goals in that first half. Hell, they ended up getting 5 goals. They could have come early and often. Martin Tyler was just ripping on Sheffield. He made one comment that, the only thing that these 2 teams have in common is they've both played the same number of games. Otherwise, you've got bottom feeder Sheffield taking on third place Arsenal, which, coming into that match from a Premier League standpoint with their momentum and what have you, I mean, they were the hottest team in the Premier League. I mean, what, it was like 6-0 over West Ham, another 5-0 game, obviously getting a 6-0 win yesterday. They beat Liverpool 3-1. They were one of the hottest teams in all the Premier League, and they were out for absolute blood yesterday. You've heard Mikel Arteta mention in his press conference that he thinks that goal differential could come down to it. The way the points are 63, 62, 61. Well, Arsenal, with some of these big wins lately, they've been able to go out and give themselves a good little advantage in the goal differential being up plus 44. So I hung around there to watch 3 goals. I've got Arsenal in I had their over 2.5 in a personal play, but I also used over 2.5 in terms of streaking to $85,000. So I did hang with that Arsenal game until there were 3 goals. Then I flip it back on over to the Inter and Genoa game, and when I flipped it over, they were looking at a VAR replay. So I quickly get up to speed. I get a look at the replay, and I could see it go either way. The announcers were saying no penalty, and I could see it really have gone either way. I mean, if the shot's on target, I think obviously you've got a no-doubter that you got to go ahead and give the penalty, because then the guy gets no opportunity to get the rebound because he gets cleaned out. But the shot wasn't on target, so him being cleaned out, it doesn't really matter, in terms of the play. But VAR, how about VAR being on our side? It helped us out a couple times last week, and it starts off a new week by helping us out as they do give the penalty to Inter, and Alexis Sanchez steps up and buries a very nice penalty. Although comfortable height, I mean, lucky the keeper didn't go the right way. It was hit with extreme pace, but at a very, very comfortable height where you guess the right way, and that has a very good chance of being saved. But for us, that was the second goal we needed. Cash that 2-unit play in the first half at plus 1.57 units. So love to see that right there. Obviously, we rolled over some arbitrage from last week. We obviously added to that, so almost $8 in arbitrage. Kicking off the week, I knew. I'm glad I made that a 2-unit play. You saw me talking about that on the show and also talk about it on Twitter. It's just, that can't be a 1-unit play. Arsenal in fine form, Inter scrape by, but I didn't watch into that match. Who the hell knows what they did in the second half? I would assume if they needed a third goal, they would probably gone out and get it. I mean, they're the best team in the league, and they've been killing everybody. But who cares? We get our great cash there in the first half, so you absolutely love to see it. Let's hear what bangers you guys went ahead and hit yesterday. Also, what's your best bet today in the Champions League? I'll let you know what my best bet is in the Champions League as well here in a little bit. I like Corey's mentality this morning. Let's go just keep sticking it to the books. Winners of 3 of our last 4 days. Let's go get it. I'm hearing you, man. I'm hearing you. Morning, Brian. What's going on there? My man, nice seeing you again. It has been a little bit of a while. Has been. You got a job, you're working 10 to 6 every day, and you called off today. Well, appreciate you hanging out with us on your off day, my man. It's good to see you again. Hope your new job's going well. 10 to 6, not bad hours. Not bad hours. Must live in the you live down in the mid time zone here, old central time zone. My man, thank you for hanging out with us. Carousel was a complete blowout. Looked like, I mean, they were on it. Whoever is Sheffield's left back cannot deal with Saka. He was going around that poor bastard with such ease. Such ease he was getting around him. Yeah. I mean, we sit here and rag on VAR. You better talk about it when they come through and help out. So, yeah, that was a great job by VAR. Like I said, I see that penalty going either way, which that's VAR. You don't really know what you were getting. Actually, if you listen to Vincent Kompany did you listen to his press conference on Sunday? So that Burnley goal got chalked off because they said the attacker kind of like pushed off of the defender to like really, to elevate and be able to get that header in. I mean, Vincent Kompany went on a rant in his post-game press conference about how, like, he was talking about, like, plays in that game, plays in, let's say, the Arsenal game. Anyway, he was comparing different situations and just talking about the lack of inconsistency, which, hell, we've been talking about here on this show, the lack of inconsistency with VR. You don't know what you're going to get. Soon they will centralize that and fix that problem, but until then, you're going to get wildly inconsistent plays. Yes, sir, we were on the right side of it. You love to see it. Morning, Tim. Morning, man. You hit the Grizz money line. Okay, nice. Sounds like maybe that was a dog the way you kind of have that worded. So, nice dog hit, man. Nice dog hit. Morning, Bill. Tough day here in Philly. Still sad about the Kelsey retirement. Yeah, I hear you, man. I mean, you're obviously a fan of the team, so I hear you. But from, like, me, a non-fan, I mean, he's a center, right? I've never watched a play and been like, wonder what the center is up to on this play. Like, but I hear you. You're a full-on fan, so... it's losing a big piece of the line, losing a leader in the locker room. So, yeah, not a good day, but Phillies, they always seem to turn up talent. I wouldn't worry. But, yeah, you're losing a good one. Losing a good one, my man. Losing a good one. What's up there, Kyle? What's up, my man? Hope you're doing well. Before we dive on into the bets today, let me remind you guys, because I did tell you guys last week, but let me hit you there with a reminder. Tomorrow's show will be about 11:30, maybe around there. We've got another parent observation for our 4-year-old. So much like we did last week with a 2-year-old, we'll do it again tomorrow for the 4-year-old. I'll be getting home kind of right at 10:30. So we'll call it like 11:30. We'll just kind of jump in here, recap today's action, and then we'll dive on into the Wednesday slate of sports. So tomorrow's show, a little delayed. We'll call it half hour, but just stay with me on Twitter. We'll call it 11:30 is what we'll call it right there. Let's go ahead and toss these bets up here on the show. Of course, if you want analysis, just grab yesterday's show and fast forward to when Matt and I start talking. We cover all 4 Champions League games, and then we also cover the 4 games in Europa League and Europa Conference League that involve Premier League sides. I'm also going to go ahead and use that free bet over on MGM that we rolled over from last week. I think Bayern's going to win 2-0, so I'll take the under 2.5 in a free roll. I see it being 2-0. I mean, yeah, Bayern should certainly be better at home and all that good stuff. But Lazio's just going to sit. And I think they're just going to, play the low block and just try and frustrate Bayern. It's not like Bayern comes in with tons of confidence. So as long as they're sound on their defensive principles, it won't take that much to kind of, frustrate Bayern and get them to, be rattled. And they're going to be upset if they don't have a goal, by halftime. I think it's a real possibility. This game could be 0-0 at halftime. So I'll go and take the under 2.5. And don't worry if Bayern does get a goal. I think Lazio is okay with it being 1-0 and taking it the extra time, on the road here in Germany. So I wouldn't expect them to come out of their shell until they're down by 2 goals. Down by 1, I think Lazio will be, just fine with that. So I'll take the under 2.5 and see if Bayern can't give what I think will be the 2-0 win in that game. I think PSG will score first. They're going to hit them on the counter like Matt was saying. That is definitely how they're going to set up, absorb pressure, and use Kylian Mbappe up top and just try and smash them on the counter. So I'll take PSG to score first. And then I'll take City to win 0. I think first half 2-0. Guardiola's already done his press conference this morning, and I already went ahead and listened to it. And he didn't come out and blatantly say, because he's obviously not going to talk strategy and tactics, but he's said a lot of the things around about, which I was saying yesterday with Matt, is this is get the halftime 2-0, 3-0, and start getting dudes off the pitch at around 60 minutes, 70 minutes, because you got Liverpool on Sunday. and they're already going to have the advantage. At least they'll have 1 day advantage because obviously Liverpool's in action on Thursday, but to just get your guys off the pitch 60, 70 minutes, where Klopp can't do that because his is a leg 1, where City's is obviously the leg 2 here in the round of 16. So I think they'll win 2-0 is what my prediction is of the first half. So I like them to win 0 in the first half at -150. Put those 3 plays together. See if we can't turn $22 into about 1.5 units, as you can see right there. As for real plays, real official plays, if I had to take a guess, most people will tell the both teams to score in Sociedad PSG. Not many people are going to go ahead and tail that Bayern play, but Lazio in their last 9 matches, they've been unable to score in 3 of their 9. So we've bet on their game against AC Milan. We bet on their game against Fiorentina, so we know a little bit here about Lazio. Now Bayern's gone a long time without having a clean sheet. Got to go back to January 24th, but I think Thomas Tuchel, I like him with Lazio's struggles as well. I think Bayern's going to keep a clean sheet. So I think I'm a rare breed on that one. Maybe somebody will come along with me and tail that one. But I do think most people come along for Sociedad PSG, both teams to score. And then for tomorrow, I'll take that City first half team total. This is, to me, get it done and dusted and start your preparations during this game. Start your preparations for Liverpool on Sunday by getting guys off the pitch. So I think City will come out and romp them. For the Europa League, I like Rome on the money line. I was maybe going to do Roma to qualify, but Matt said on the show, well, if you like them to qualify, then they more than likely are going to win one of these 2 legs. And which one are they more likely to win? Well, they're going to win at home. Because remember, Brighton's away form is disgusting. I mean, if you tuned in the last few episodes between the Poes, you remember us recalling the numbers. They are god-awful. So I'll take Roma at home on Thursday night. And then Europa Conference League, I think this is going to be a good game between Ajax and Villa. So I think the both teams will score an over 2.5 in that fixture. And you can get that best price over on ESPN Bet or MGM at -125. Let me know what your best bet is for today's Champions League. Best bet for today's Champions League. I'll be wearing this shirt today. Oh, Byron. What's up, Dad? What's up, man? How's it going there in Detroit? It's weird weather we got here in Chicago. Windy, rainy. Woo, good storm last night. All right, Thad's rolling today. Thad, you hit the team total over 1.5 on both yesterday. Let's go. Let's go. Multi-unit play hitting in the first half. You know what? I was talking with a buddy. Like, wow, what if you laddered Arsenal's team total the last 3 games where they've gone 5-0, 6-0, 6-0. Wow. Wish you could see that shit coming, but fans are leaving after the 3rd goal. You already heard Chris Wilder in his press conference yesterday talk about how disappointed and upset he is. That team's about to, they're already going to go down a championship. But when your manager's talking like that, he's the one that should be, more level-headed and more encouraging and more uplifting. When he's down in the dumps, yeah, well, goddamn team's down in the dumps. Who are they playing this weekend? Look to fade Sheffield again. I haven't looked ahead to this weekend, but yeah, that team's an absolute mess. Good hits there yesterday, Thad. Good hits, my man. Good hits. Good hits. Good hits, my man. Good hits. All right. I knew today was going to be relatively short because I wasn't going to do much justification with having talked all these games yesterday. So I'll hang for a little bit. If you guys want to let me know what some of your best bets are, we can talk about some things. If you want to know what Matt's best bets were, see if I can remember them. His best bet in Bayern Lazio was Musiala to score or assist. He actually likes the both teams to score in Sociedad PSG. And no, take that back. His best bet is Mbappe to score or assist at -115 on FanDuel. So in today's games, he's picking out player props. Musiala and Mbappe, same wager to score or an assist. Hard to disagree with that. And then tomorrow's action, everybody likes City. And he likes both teams to score in over 2.5 in, Leipzig, Real Madrid. You can see I don't have anything on the screen for Leipzig, Real Madrid. I didn't even work it into a free roll. That's how I just... some matches you don't have a good feel for, and why risk it? Even though it is a free bet, and I could put something in. I want to turn $22 into, a unit and a half. So I'm going to probably ignore that game altogether, and unless something glaringly pops out, and now in the next 24 hours, probably just roll with the Man City bet tomorrow, and that'll be it. And I'll be fine. I'm good with just picking up a unit and a half when City smashes Copenhagen in the first half. I'm fine with that, so... those were Matt's 4 best bets. He liked both teams to score over 2 points. I hear you. I ran that bet back in leg 1. Thought we were done in pretty tough. Thought Leipzig should have won the match. So to run it back in leg 2, I get what Matt's doing. I get his logic. It all makes sense. it all makes sense. That's all I got, boys. Anything else? I'll hang till 10:20. I'll hang for 5 minutes. If you guys got anything you want to bounce off me, if you guys got any things you want to go ahead and alert me to, we've already got a lot of good arbitrage, so I can't wait to get some of these NBA free chance bets later on in the week and fire off some NBA action. That'll be good times. But yeah, let me know. Let me know. Saquon Barkley's not going to go ahead and be tagged. Russell Wilson is cut. NFL, you're getting close to that time where bonuses are due when you're on when you're on the roster the third day of the new year and you got to pay some through the roster. You got salary cap. Dudes are starting to get cut. Tags are coming out. The NFL news is ramping up. Where is Russell Wilson going to go? Somebody wants to pay him the veteran minimum. So you're going to get a 9-time Pro Bowl quarterback. Is he in decline, or did Denver just suck that bad? I don't know. It wasn't all that great in Seattle. I mean, there's a reason why they let him go to begin with, so maybe he isn't his decline. But somebody to still get him at the league minimum. The league minimum, I mean, he's better than anything the Falcons got. He's better than anything the Patriots got. He's better than anything the Bears got. So there's still teams that could certainly upgrade by getting themselves a Russell Wilson. So look forward to seeing, kind of where his landing spot is. Look forward to that one for sure. All right, guys, 4 more minutes. What else you got? What else you got? Can we keep it good times rolling today in the Champions League? Games start, of course, at 2 o'clock Central Time. Both of them kick off to it. Hopefully you guys have Paramount Plus where they do the unicast. You can watch both games at once. I've been really enjoying that, dating back, obviously, to the first legs on each of those weeks. That's how I've been watching them, is watching 2 games at once. It's really good. I think they do a good job of bouncing back and forth in terms of giving you the audio. I think it's well done on Paramount Plus, so I encourage you to check them out if you've got access to them. Don't forget, be with you guys tomorrow at around 11:30. We'll call it 11:30. What else you got, guys? Anything else? How else are we putting money in your pockets today? What are you betting? What are you betting? Fire in. Let me know what your best NBA bet is. I ain't going to add it to the card, but I'll put some cash on it. Saquon Barkley not going to get the tag. Where's his odds? Odds to be the next team. Best odds, New York, or the Houston Texans. Giants coming in next at plus 170. Yeah, I don't know. It's a running back. You guys know how I feel about running backs. Basically how I feel about goalkeepers. Basically how I feel about goalkeepers, I feel about running backs. Unless you got an elite one like McCaffrey, there's either a hole there or there isn't. I mean, these guys aren't magically running through a brick wall. No, they are not. There's either a hole or there's not. Yeah. And their shelf life is garbage. So, yeah, why would you pay a guy? Why would you pay a guy all that money? All right, guys, couple more minutes. Got anything else? Couple more minutes. Any best bets for today? Any bangers like yesterday? Any multi-unit bets on your card today? Like we had one yesterday, sweat-free cash. Anyone on your card? Any multi-unit play that I need to be aware of? Let me know. I want to cash the bangers. Don't hold back on me. Good times, fellas. Good times. Love talking sports. Love talking sports with my friends. Talking sports betting. It's good times. It's damn good times. Damn good times. We'll hang for another minute. See if anybody's got anything. Are they, Bill? Is the Kelsey boy still gonna? Did he say in his thing? Are they still gonna do their podcast? Are they still gonna keep that rolling, even though he's not an NFL player? That podcast is really stinking good. They do a really good job with that podcast. Quite entertaining, to say the least. Quite entertaining. All right, boys. It doesn't look like you guys got everything. You guys are like, you know what? I'm still counting my money from yesterday. I'm ready to do it again today, my man. Let's see if we can't ring that cash register. We're going to have to go 2-0 today. Obviously, only 2 plays. So if we're going to be ringing that register, we're going to have to bring out the brooms today. We need both teams to score in Sociedad versus PSG. And we need Bayern to keep the clean sheet at home today up against Lazio. Look forward to talking about these games tomorrow. Enjoy watching these games. Enjoy your Tuesday. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Call it around 11:30-ish. All right, boys. Enjoy the games. Enjoy the action. We'll see you tomorrow.